Okay. I can't believe that you're using a candy called kumquat candy for your throat. Actually, I can believe it.
Kumquat, kumquat, kumquat.
Oh, y'all, we're already recording and it's going to be a shit show already.
I'm going to ask you not to sing on this episode because if you sing, I will try to sing and then I will falter and then I will feel bad about myself.
Wow.
So you're not allowed to.
All right. Well, thank you for making it about you. I appreciate it.
You know what? I'm in China. It is about me.
Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé. Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown. 90-day Beyonce. Marrying someone you only met on your phone. Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love. It's 90-day gate. Let's love.
Okay, y'all, this is already cut out on us one time, so let's see.
Welcome to 90 Days.
Poodle sounds like that child molester from the Family Guy.
Hey there, Mosleon.
Bringing me good news today. We're going to do the very best we can. You know why?
I'm still sick, y'all. I'm still in China. I do not have the coronavirus.
Please talk about that because everyone is worried.
Okay. I don't have I have been sick because it's China. And we go through like 11 climate zones. And this disease came from when we went on what I affectionately call the train to nowhere. And it was 7 hours. That's when I saw the woman who looked like she was from Tibet with a baby yak. And the bitch had sticks in her hair.
Really?
Yes. And I was just like, freak the fuck out. And then I went to the train bathroom. And if you would have seen my face when I opened the door, it was utter horror. Now, we've talked about the bathrooms in China. They're just like a hole in the floor and you just pee into it. And sometimes people poop into them. I have yet to use a squatter in China.
You know, I did not know that until my friend did a documentary called Mr. Toilet. And China and India are the two places where people defecate out in the open more than any other country. And I kind of just assumed China would be like Japan. And it is not.
Yesterday at a rest stop, yes, the Chinese have rest stops. I just walked into a bathroom, rest stop bathroom or truck stop bathroom, and a man just had the door open, just sitting there looking at me. And I was like, do I make eye contact with someone shitting onto the floor? It was very... The door was open. They have doors to close.
Was he sitting on a toilet or was he just squatting?
No, he was squatting.
You just saw his balls dangling while he was pooping?
No, I saw his face. Who would turn their ass to people? You would want to see who's coming in the bathroom. It only makes sense.
Oh, I'm confusing a bathroom with a men's locker room.
No, this was full on. I basically looked him in the eye as he was taking a shit. Oh, it was really, really uncomfortable.
If you put me in the Clippers locker room or the Houston Rockets, I'd be ass up right when you walked in.
I can't talk about these Western things when I'm in China. Speaking of, for all my Chinese friends, Xinong Kuai Lu.
Oh, God.
I think I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Xinong Kuai Lu. That's it. Which means Happy New Year, because it is Chinese New Year. It's our New Year's Eve in China. I'm saying ours because I feel like an honorary Chinese resident because they've given me at least 2 of their colds. And surprisingly, no STDs.
So have you had sex yet in China?
No. Now, granted, I've been very busy, and I have been on Grind or something, but um, I did have an opportunity to do it in Shanghai, but I was too sick. I feel like I would show up at a door and going, let's do it. And he would like just shut the door up because he's like, I'm not fucking coronavirus over here.
So was the guy cute you could have done it with?
I don't really have any standards right now. I did see a dick pic, and I said, "Yeah, I'll take it." You just swipe right.
That bitch with the sticks in her hair. If she pulled out a dong, you'd say, "Move the yak, let's do it."
Would have. And the baby yak went, nah.
No, that would be you. Jesus, I can't make Poodle laugh because he starts hacking.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Let's just jump into this show before.
Y'all. There's one more podcast before I leave. Motherfucker!
Oh, no, basically, we're doing this, and you got to do another podcast in like 3 days.
God.
We might have to wait for you to come back before we do that second one.
Maybe
I'll post like an episode of us from Dear Maddie or something. So it's still us, but maybe it just won't come out till Wednesday or Thursday.
We'll see. Maybe my voice will be back by then, and maybe I'll find a rich Chinese businessman.
Maybe it's going better already, y'all. For those listening, the last episode we had like literally 15 different Skype conversations that kept cutting off, and I had to edit them together. It's not fun. Anyway, y'all, I'm Maddie, and he's Poodle, aka Jake, and this is 90. Oh God, please! It's so racist. Do you say it that way to people when you're there? Do you go ni hao?
Ni hao. Yes. Ni hao. It's total.
Somebody
ni hao.
Somebody said in the SISSY squad that your pronunciation of something was actually good.
I have a good ear for languages.
Well.
Oh
God, please don't. All right, this is 90 Day Fiancé. This is Blindsided.
And I'm Poodle.
Okay, let's just jump into it. Let's talk about our first Lonely Hearts. Let's talk about Mike and Natalie. Natalie and Mike.
Natalie and Michael. So Mike is officially leaving. It looks like. And I feel like he's been leaving for 7 episodes, but maybe that's just me.
That's a damn truth. I feel like I knew that she was going to get and go with him. I feel like they were leading it on too much.
I agree. And I don't think the producers have been fucking around with this couple. Oh, hold on. Someone's knocking at my door. I will be right back. I think it's a friend of mine who's been in town.
We're going to edit and come back in a second. It might be the dick he's finally been looking for.
No, wait. Oh, it's my cousin Olga.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, hold on. My cousin Olga has just... Y'all, she follows me around China. She was just in Shanghai where we were, too.
Lord.
And I think she got a little action.
I actually thought this was a real person with all the shit that we've been dealing with.
I'm gonna go and go for a dysentery treatment, and Olga's gonna come in and tell you what she thinks about it. She's our senior Ukrainian Russian correspondent.
All right.
So I'll see you guys in a bit.
Hi, Olga.
Hello, Olga. Forgive Olga's voice; she's a little bit sick.
You know,
she had.
Olga, you actually sound a little more authentic this week.
You were talking well. Olga don't have lots of energy. It takes a lot when you're STD ridden in China.
Apparently, Olga, I don't know.
What? I did watch episode.
You did watch episode. Okay.
China full of very helpful people, very helpful men, and very, very stupid men who spend lots of money on Ukrainian girls. But I will tell you one thing. I will tell you one anecdote. You ever hear of Shanghai Surprise? It's that movie with Madonna and Sean Penn. Olga also have Shanghai Surprise.
Oh, you do?
It's nothing like movie. It's nothing like movie at all.
What is it, Shanghai Surprise, Olga?
Let me tell you. So basically, you go to You go home with, we go to a hotel with rich Chinese businessmen, and then you rent several pay-per-view porn on television. You get him really drunk. You ride his dick for like 3 seconds. He pass out. Olga watch lots more pay-per-view porn. And surprise, you take his passport and sell on street. That's Shanghai surprise.
That's great. So you've had a lucrative time
Nothing
there.
like movie. Nothing like
Nothing
movie, really.
like movie.
It's been great. Shanghai surprise every night. Anywho,
What do you think of
now-
Mike and Natalie?
So this is stupid. So Natalie said in the end, she's like, I should be with older man. Of course you should be. No one should be with young men. Everyone should be with old men, because old men die fast.
This is true.
Here's the thing. This is an Olga saying, told by Nadia Pudolskaya, Olga's mother.
Ah.
She said on her deathbed, remember, Olga, 50 is nifty, 60 is sexy, 70 is heavenly, and 80, they die soon and you take a wallet.
That's good life advice.
I have that above my bed.
You know, I think that philosophy runs in Poodle's family. He feels the same way.
Oh, really? He probably have disgusting gay sex. You know, Olga no like homosexual.
I know, Olga, you don't.
Gross. Just disgusting. Anywho, that's what she needs to date older men. She only needs to be with older men.
What did you
Anywho.
think of Natalie rushing at the end, and what did you think of her getting in the car at the last minute, getting in the car and going to the airport and trying to like be sexy to take Mike's mind away from the fight?
She become like little girl. She become, oh, your mama love you, your daddy love you, your sister love you, your dog love you, your goat love you. You know what? In Ukraine, no parents love. You're lucky. You're lucky if you get hug from father on christening.
That's it.
That's all lies. Yep.
I thought that was
No such
lies
thing as
too.
love. Yep. Anywho, she crazy girl. All I have to say, one more thing to say about Olga. Sorry, I mean Natalie. Sorry, Olga cannot read writing.
It's fine. It's fine, Olga. I think I know. I can tell you did body shots last night, didn't you? You can hear you struggling.
Olga got Harvey Sparstein voice.
It's true.
Anyway, then she finally tell Michael to apologize. You don't know to apologize. Apology is useless word. When you say it, you could be asking for a mink stole instead of apology. It's useless. No, that's all I have to say for now. I need to go down and get VD treatment before New Year's celebration.
Oh, Happy New Year's, Olga. Have fun.
Do svidanya. Bye.
Well,
Okay,
Olga
I'm
Rose,
back. Sorry.
you missed it. Olga raised some good points. So,
You know what? Sometimes there's a good one in there, I hear.
every once in a while, Olga actually has something worth saying. Mike got really upset. I agree with you. They're fighting in the car on the way to the airport. And then at the point where, like, she's doing her confessional, it was almost like out of The Office. And you pan over and Mike's just staring at her like a sad little kid.
I think he's just done with her shit. I think he's done. And she acts like a child. I think she definitely has some kind of personality mood disorder. Something's wrong.
Like we said before, she's got like something was, I don't know, something was really fucked up with this last guy that she was with. And I think even probably like, we haven't seen her dad. I don't think she probably has a great relationship with her father.
But don't you think something's just like mood-wise wrong? Like she's unpredictable.
Yes, she definitely is. She is unpredictable, but I think she's almost, for me, it's all, she's wound so tight with anxiety. Like something bad has happened that it's like this, she almost is like a scrambling, like cat a scrambly cat try to catch a mouse or something. Then the way that she acts like a little girl. Then she gets pouty. Then she's angry. Then she's trying sexy. It's just it's
Right.
very like childlike. Anyway,
I can see that.
that's basically all that
Anyway.
happened with them, at least in the Ukraine, y'all. And then we cut to Mike coming home, and the first thing he's doing is drinking because why the fuck not?
I also wrote down, and I don't know if I decided that Mike looks like one of those, those old woodcuts of old men. His
Yes.
face looks like one of those.
He
Like
does.
what people carve out of wood.
Someone said that's so true, and he combined with someone said in the Sissy Squad he looks like a kind of bigger, kind of ogre version of that one judge from the Voice, the guy from Oklahoma, the country
I have
singer.
Blake Shelton.
Yes, they said he kind of looks like he's like a poor man's
I could see that.
Blake Shelton. I can kind of see that too, combined with the wood figure you just described.
Yeah, they kind of have like long beards and like stony faces.
Yes, I agree
Yeah.
with that. I have to say, then I'm ready to talk about the Bojangles in the room. If you are,
I am. So on Sunday they make pancakes,
on Sunday they make pancakes,
and y'all Bojangles loves pancakes.
and it's Sunday we all have pancakes, and he makes them, and y'all Bojangles.
Pancakes.
You barely could do that voice this week.
It hurts. It hurt.
Bojangles is wearing a wolf shirt, y'all, and I feel like this wolf shirt probably is because I wouldn't be surprised if Bojangles told us maybe after the aliens abducted him that he lived with wolves for maybe a month or two.
I could see it.
I think for sure.
Also, we find out that Bojangles went to the casino last night and lost. And I'm sitting here thinking, what's the amount? It's got to be huge. Like, he spent $700, lost $25.
$25. So now
Might need a withdrawal from the Bank of Mike.
the Bank of Mike. Oh, man. Oh, but then I have to say, Mike gets some of the best relationship advice, or just from not even advice. When he talks to Bojangles, what I love about this, Bojangles just listened.
Yeah.
Like a good friend. That's all he didn't try to say, you're wrong, oh, do this. He just kind of was like, y'all take a note from Bojangles that when you're upset about something, or someone's upset about something, and they're talking, sometimes all you have to say is, man, I've been there, and it sucks, and I'm an old fart. Had a couple.
Now, it helps. It helps that he's fried his brain on meth, probably.
True.
So he can't really do anything besides listen. But he did say, I've had heartbreak, and I would just like to kind of flash sideways or flash back to when we meet Lady Bojangles.
Oh, God.
And who she would be and what this encounter would be like. And so maybe this would be called 90 Days History. Not really 90 Days Theater.
90 Days Herstory.
Herstory. So I'm going to be playing the role of Bojangles.
Oh, actually,
and I want you to play.
You know what this is called? I'm interrupting you because someone said it for our Patreon, but we don't do that section anymore. This section is called 90 Days. If I could turn back time. That's
Good
what
idea.
It's called. Anyway, who am I
So
playing?
I'm going to be playing the role of Bojangles, and you will being playing the role of Lady Bojangles.
Well, I'm glad this was discussed. And by discussed, not at all.
I can be either one, actually.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll just use I will just use my improv training and just see what I can pull up with.
I see these two as, in Looney Tunes characters, when there would be like the Tasmanian Devil, and then at the very end there would be a lady Tasmanian Devil.
Yes,
the only thing different was some lipstick.
It does make sense, actually.
All right, so And the scene is,
Where are we?
let's
I need to know the who,
say,
what, where. Or I can't
we're at
process.
Dollar Tree. We're at Dollar Tree.
Great. Great.
And I'm looking at the off-brand Kix cereal
Great.
as
Okay.
Bojangles.
Okay, great.
Come here often.
Just when there's a sale.
That's my kind of girl, really.
These teeth, I can take them out and suck your dick. And see.
And from then, y'all, it was a beautiful love affair that lasted in a Motel 6 for 3 days straight.
3 days straight. Just high on meth, sucking dick, and drinking like Michelob Ultra.
No, that's too classy.
That is too classy.
Miller Lite.
Miller Lite. Also,
So-
that noise you just made as Bojangles at the very end, never make that noise again.
Yo, I sound like an actual man. It's terrifying.
Almost. Almost.
Anyway, someone's practicing their fucking violin. Give it up.
Well, Mike says they're not engaged anymore, so who knows what's going to happen, y'all? Who knows?
Put his ring on the shelf.
He is. Instead of Elf... Oh, Jesus. Instead of Elf on the shelf, it's Ring on the shelf. All right. Boy, I don't know what our listeners, the ones that have problems with sounds, I mean, but they're going crazy for you on this one.
Yeah. And it's going to sound like I'm slurping on a dick the whole time, too, with this cough drop in.
Your kumquat.
Or these loquat, kumquat honey drops. Made with real cum.
So did they not have any Western medicine? Like, have you not taken an ibuprofen?
I brought some ibuprofen, but like as far as Western cold medicine, you have to go to big cities and go to special pharmacies. All the pharmacies are traditional Chinese medicine.
So you can't even get like Mucinex?
No, you have to bring everything. Like I didn't bring Mucinex, and I wish I would have.
People are going to learn so much from your trip of the way not to go to China.
Y'all, China is hard. China is a largely developed country, but is underdeveloped in so many ways, quote unquote, Western wise.
Well,
although I'm an honorary citizen now.
Oh Lord.
Ni hao.
All right, let's jump to our next Lonely Hearts. Let's talk about Blake and Jasmine. Oh my God. Oh,
okay,
Jesus.
I'm good.
Sorry, y'all. Y'all going to have to hear it because I don't have the energy to edit it out. I'm too beat down.
All right. China's done in 5 days, y'all.
Tonight is
All right,
Everett's
Blake and
birthday. Yes, and tonight is Everett's birthday party, and I think the perfect gift would be for me to suck his dick. But I'm not there. So
we didn't see a lot of Joey in the episode, and that kind of pissed me off.
We did not. Basically, it really starts off well for them when he walks in the room and Jasmine, the first thing, just no hi, says, "You gonna go like that?" Moving her finger kind of up and down.
Now, this is a question that no one ever needs to answer, and you never need to ask it. Because you don't ever want to hear the end of it. Just don't ask that question.
You don't. I mean,
men, women, anybody.
He is wearing fucking sweatpants, but still.
But that's what men do in LA. Men wear like sweatpants out.
They do.
I don't get it either. I still give you shit for wearing them in my house.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing anybody. I'm just going to your house and then coming back.
Thank you that I'm nobody.
Well, no. Or you could say I'm comfortable with you.
Let's talk about Blake and Jasmine.
Okay, Blake and Jasmine. She doesn't want to go to any pre-things. She wants to go to dinner with just her.
She says, I am most important. We are most important.
Yeah, she had to correct herself on that one because her programming. Y'all, yeah, her programming. She said, "I am. We are most important." You know, kind of when
Like, oh no.
when you laugh right now, being sick, you kind of sound like Bojangles. Maybe
Kind of do.
maybe Bojangles was a persnickety gay, and then he went to China, and it all went south.
Or the aliens gave him something when they fucked his teeth out.
That's probably more logical. Y'all, I don't understand, and I want to ask you this, Poodle. I don't understand, where have we seen that they actually, both of them, even on Blake's side, like one another? Because they go to this dinner and they're just sitting there, just sad, right?
We haven't seen anything in their relationship that makes them seem like they, A, enjoy the same things, B, have a general fondness for each other, C, like, actually want to be together. Like, it seems like a fake relationship. You're right. It's true.
Is it like,
I think that's why the friends don't get it.
yeah. Like, I really think the friends would get way more if he said he brought somebody whose name was like Ricky from Indiana and they were getting married. I think that would be more believable at this point.
Yeah, Frank from Seattle.
Yeah. Or George. You know, because normally I would say maybe it's her magic robot pussy, but I don't think Blake's really into that.
This whole relationship's felt false for me from the beginning.
Yeah, it feels super fake.
Yeah. Of course it's LA. I also want to say, to respond to what Jasmine says, she's like, you know, why do we have to go to the dinner beforehand? Why can't we just go to the party? He's like, well, the dinner's more important than the party. Yes, when people have small, like, dinner gatherings, those are more important than big parties.
They're usually inviting the people they're close to dinner.
If you are invited to, let's say there are 5 or 6 people and you're invited out to a birthday dinner, you go, because that is an intimate time. People could really give a shit if you're at their birthday party. They're drunk.
Isn't the last time you went to an intimate dinner like that, isn't that when you realized you had basically fucked everyone by proxy at the table?
Maybe. And by intimate dinner, you mean Saturday night at JR's in Dallas.
Yes. Yes.
At 1:30 in the morning.
I mean,
yes.
You've been intimate with all 30 people there, so same.
Yeah. By proxy. Not all of them, because I'm not a whore.
Just a defensive line.
Just like 4 of them, and the other 4 had fucked the other 11.
So you were just like HPV, been around.
It was like that, and the band played on AIDS special where it showed all the connections.
It's true. It's true. You know,
All
this
right,
is a little
anyway.
random, but I have to tell you something before we go forward. I
Right.
recently made another Facebook Live video because I got lost in my parking lot again at work for about 30 minutes. I'm sorry.
Honestly,
I knew
why
you'd
can't
find
you
out.
just
so I had to
remember? Why can't you just remember it?
I was gone, and then I came back, and I couldn't remember what floor it was.
I don't have anything to say. You just need to do better.
All right. She says too. She first says she's like, I'm probably not going to the party, which Jesus, which means she's
You know
not.
what? Deal with me blowing my nose because I'm sick and I'm a trooper.
And you know what? I noticed when they were having dinner, every time Blake asked her a question, like to press her on something, do you notice that she would pause and drink out of a straw like the drag queens on Drag Race?
I wrote that down. But it was the longest. It was the longest take of.
Y'all, if you're,
where is it?
that's why you don't need to stop using straws, because if you're on an uncomfortable dinner or an uncomfortable date, nothing will give you time to get your thoughts together
We're
than
taking 10 minutes of straw time
for
you could get
toying
in.
with a straw. Yes, it's important. Ladies, ask for a straw on your first date in case the guy's crazy and you need to think of how to get away.
And you need to respond every time he asks you a question. You can take a drink on that straw.
Exactly.
Or I enjoy playing with my napkin. That's a good way to stall time. Or going into the bathroom and getting on Grindr and seeing who else is in the area.
Exactly.
And then leaving by the window.
Exactly.
And stiffing them with the bill. Everybody does that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm. That's just normal human kindness.
So Blake orders what I wrote down called a rosy Paloma, which sounds racist. It looks like a girl's slushy drink.
Or it sounds like
maybe we're wrong.
It sounds like a character like a cousin of Teresa from Passions.
Teresa. Breathe in, breathe out. You give me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life. I don't like it when you can sing higher than me.
Y'all, Poodle can't do it right now.
I swear to God, I'll hang up.
Hit that note.
Hear all the air that came out before it. Anyway. So
yeah, keep going.
They missed the pre-gaming. She's telling him not to drink.
Oh, yeah.
And first of all, if I hated this fembot before, I hate her so much more when she's telling him not to drink alcohol.
Well, I bet, what's his name? Oh, the one who dated Darcy, who just came out he was posting pro-Trump stuff people were posting about. What's his name? Jesse. Jesse.
Jesse was posting Trump stuff?
Oh, you haven't seen any of this. Oh, yeah. I'm not being political, y'all. I'm just saying that was the latest news about him. People were going off about it. So don't come at me. I didn't say whether it's good or not. But anyway, he didn't like Darcy drinking because he had a big problem with alcoholism in his family. I don't think Jasmine is so fucking boring and uninteresting. I bet her parents are probably wonderful. She just doesn't want people to fucking drink for just quote unquote health reasons.
People become out of control around me and I cannot control them.
Alcohol disrupts my electric system. She is so fucking boring. If the Reverend Billy Graham was still alive, he would talk to her for 3 minutes and say, "Bye, bitch."
He's a fucker.
He would be done with her.
That's our quote of the day. He's a fucker. Actually, you know what? Billy Graham, by all reports, was tried to be, because there was a big racist contingent in the beginning, and he tried to soothe that over. His son, Franklin Graham, is a complete fucktard.
No.
Awful.
Shouldn't say fucktard, and I'm only saying that because people get triggered by it with the R word. So I'm just saying that because I posted that once about something else. So you didn't know that. I'm just saying that now.
Thank you for correcting me.
So, but he is a fucker. Billy Graham, I liked Billy Graham, but yeah, his son's an asshole. But God rest Billy Graham. That's what I meant by even somebody as nice as Billy Graham would be like, fuck this Jasmine. She's boring as hell. I can't.
I want to take issue with her saying you don't need alcohol to have fun. Maybe not as an 8-year-old. But y'all, when you're over 30, life isn't fun anymore. And alcohol helps a whole lot. Alcohol helped a 16-hour bus ride. It helped me not strangle a Ukrainian man who's in our orchestra when he was playing with Duolingo on his app. And it helped me not take his phone away from me and beat him severely about the head and shoulders with it.
Were you just drinking your grain alcohol on the bus?
That's what alcohol, that's why alcohol is a miracle. Because it helped save that man's life. So in summation, when you're 8 years old, you can have fun without alcohol. When you're over 30, it's hard not to. And I understand people who've gone to recovery, they've had to learn to have fun without alcohol. You have to learn.
Well, if you're sober, you at least got to have sugar. If you're sober and you don't eat sugar or carbs, you're not having fun in life.
Sorry.
Your life sucks.
I don't know what's going to happen to you.
I don't know what's going to happen to you either.
Or you smoke like a fucking chimney.
It's true. So y'all,
anywho.
they get into a fight outside, and it's, again, boring because they talk to each other like junior high.
It's a passive-aggressive fight. It's a passive-aggressive fight.
No one actually states what they really mean. They just are trying to punish one each other. And it's so summed up by the way that, like, this is there was 3 sentences that summarize this relation to me. Jasmine gets in the car and says, bye-bye. And then Blake says, text me. And Jasmine says, no. That is this relationship.
Text me. No. Without emotion, too.
I know, because Blake said it like, text me.
And he was doing his passive-aggressive kind of like bitchy, like enlightened straight guy. Like, come on, stupid. No, he said.
Yeah, he's actually more passive-aggressive in fighting than she is, actually.
And I wrote down, he said, no, stupid, you're supposed to be there. And I said, you have no idea how close you almost came to death. Because fembots usually pop your head off. just yeah.
Stupid, I am not. I am an intellect of 22,000.
Oh. Yeah, she's dead.
So y'all, you know how you can, if you drive an electric car, and especially if you have like one of those Teslas, and you can plug it into your wall at home and it'll charge and it'll take like 8 hours. But if you're driving, you can stop at like certain malls. They have those superchargers where you can get powered up in 2 hours. That's what Jasmine does. She goes to her sister's because that's a supercharge for her to get reconfigured, y'all. That's why she goes to her sister's.
Right. And she's told him, as he says before she gets in the Uber, there goes your car that you don't need. Yes. Wow.
He is way more passive-aggressive than she is, which again gives me more evidence that I think he might be a queen.
I know. And then at one point, Jasmine says, he's a daredevil. I've never seen someone who's further away from being a daredevil.
No, yeah. I think a daredevil doesn't need to wear a mask to perform bad rap.
A daredevil doesn't order a Rosie Paloma.
Harry Houdini was a daredevil. Super Dave.
Evel Knievel.
Evel Knievel was a daredevil. You know?
Blake just makes bad rap music.
Yeah. Clay Aiken was a daredevil. This is not a daredevil. Yeah, he said something about,
she's like, he goes to bars and rampages. What is rampaging? Like ordering 3 drinks and passing out in the corner and crying?
I think he just goes to those kind of rave shit. There's again, you haven't seen it, this Instagram video of Blake and his friends, and they're just jumping up in their hotel room and just like moshing, the 4 of them. And it's as Liz Asti, our friend from the South, would say, it's foolishness. Foolishness.
They're ridiculous.
I just want to talk about, so Jasmine goes to her sister's. I want to talk about her sister's makeup.
I was wondering, I said, that's quite a full face for the evening at home.
It was these washed out eyes, but the blush literally looks like she put it on in the dark with not even a black light. It was disgusting.
It was a lot. It was a lot to handle.
I could barely focus on the scene. Even though her sister was saying somewhat intelligible things, I barely could understand it.
Yeah, I wrote, who wears that much makeup at home?
Yeah, and no one, not even Dolly fucking Parton wears that much makeup at home. The thing to me about this conversation is Jasmine's going on and on about how Blake doesn't care about her and he's not taking her feelings into consideration. This is coming from the woman who says, I don't care about him. Like, literally, everything she's bitching about, she's doing none of this for him.
Yeah, I really feel like we haven't seen one single emotion from her.
We haven't. I mean, this was kind of almost the most emotional of her being pissed, but it was like this whole idea of, like, she said, I want to be a priority. And I'm like, honey, literally, he is not a priority to you. And again, I go back to, she moved y'all from Finland, literally voted the happiest country in the world of 2019. So it's not like she's like giving up this horrible life.
Yeah, it's really strange. I still don't feel like I know we joke about her being a fembot, but like I still don't feel like we have seen her like be a person with wants and needs.
No, and y'all,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
maybe I was going to say maybe she has like maybe you meet those people in life who just are kind of amalgams of who they think people want them to be, like influencers. And I don't know if there's anything there.
Which is what she wants to be, an influencer. So that was well said.
Yeah. Sorry if there's violin music coming through the door, y'all. It's actually pleasant to listen to. Can you hear it?
Y'all, I just wanted to remind
Just a little?
everybody, you're not, instead of don't pull over, you are not listening to classical music through your radio. That's just Jake's.
The person next door.
I pretty much don't have anything to say about them. Do you? I'm done.
I'm done.
Okay, y'all, let's take a break, and then we'll be back in just 1 second. Okay, our next lonely, do you have a question, Poodle?
No.
You made me.
I was gonna take a break. I was actually gonna take a break for my voice, but thank you for going right on.
No, we just got to keep going. This is This is like that high school. Our internet connection has been fantastic, and this is like when the high school quarterback says it's time for him to butt fuck you, and you say just spit on it. It's gonna hurt, but we've got to get through this.
No lube, and because you don't know when the coach is going to come back.
Mm-hmm. Or yeah, I don't care if you're sucking on your girlfriend's tit. Just put it in my butt.
Oh God.
She can watch.
All right. So now America's favorite couple.
Speaking of tits, but we're not going to talk about them.
Tania and Sinjin. And y'all, Tania needs room temp tap water. That is another thing about her that we can just put on a list that says that's so fucking Tania. I hate her.
You know, I think the difference
you like
is
room temperature
I
water.
like room temperature water. However,
You wouldn't make a deal out of it.
I wouldn't make a deal out of it. Tania would make a deal out of it.
And she would say, "Thank you, room temperature water."
Thank you. But you know what? That's when you have an astrologer come in and talk to you about your life.
Daisy October. Which, in some ways, is what they called me in college.
No, they called
Because
you.
my birthday's in October.
They called you Daisy Chain October.
Daisy.
There goes Daisy Chain October. And y'all, if you don't know what a daisy chain is,
You can Google it, but don't do it at work, y'all, because, like, what's her name? Pam is always, she's got a nanny cam on you. She gave you that stuffed animal. That's got a nanny cam in it.
she's watching. Daisy goddamn October. Jesus. I just want to say, go ahead.
You know why Tania got a psychic, an astrology reading for them? Because she wants, quote, a stronger foundation.
And that's
Because
how you
nothing
do
is
it.
stronger than a joint astrology reading.
Going
That just tells
outside to build a foundation. Outside of your relationship to build the foundation. That's perfect.
It just tells you who she really is. God, I hate her.
She is so lost. I mean, she read it, but she hasn't responded me back to it. I messaged Sean Robinson and I said, girl, you better come for Tania at this tell-all because we done. She read
Good.
it, but I don't know. So maybe she'll take it into advice. I want to talk a little bit about Daisy October. I feel like she, and I forget her name, but since we dropped it this week, it'll sound, but the sex teacher from Love After Lockup who taught
Oh yeah.
who teaches that girl how to do sex exercises. I feel like they went to the same school of selling shit that nobody needs online.
I agree.
Because Daisy, y'all, we are woo-woo. Poodle and I have the pattern. We have friends that do crystals. We live in Los Angeles, and
this is too much for us.
This was not good astrology advice. This was the most general, applicable to any situation bullshit.
If your astrologer says that you're good at fucking and fighting, you need to get a new astrologer.
Yeah, you know what? Because any
She's
bitch
telling
can tell
you
you
stuff
that.
you want to hear. Mm-hmm. A Chinese person could tell me that on the street, and I'd be like, "Yep, tell me something I don't know."
Tell me, I'm just a Daisy October does not work for the fucking pattern because y'all, the pattern is real.
The pattern is real, y'all. Pattern needs to sponsor us.
They do. I think they're listening. That's what I think.
We need to talk to somebody from the pattern. We need to reach out.
It's true. Y'all, if y'all want a certain ad or company or service to advertise with us that you think would be helpful, come at us and let us know, and we might hit them up. Unless it's like Target, because I don't think Target or Chick-fil-A, they're not going to want to advertise with us.
And probably not Hobby Lobby.
Not because Target's anti-gay, it's because Target's actually too big.
Yes, too big.
Yep, too big. Wouldn't even look at us.
Yeah. And Hobby Lobby doesn't want women to have birth control.
They wouldn't like us either, no.
Yeah, they're not going to like us either.
They wouldn't like us either. And
although they have the best fake flowers of anybody.
And Banana Republic probably wouldn't like us either because those are skinny gays that shop there and we're too fat for them.
Yeah, and don't call Zara because someone once brought me a large and I'll never ever sit back in that store again.
You barely got the large off.
That wasn't necessary, but true.
It's happened to me too. But now Old Navy, come at us.
Oh, Old Navy. I would do those for free. Kidding. You would have to pay me, but I would do them very gladly.
Very gladly. Okay, so let's jump back in. Y'all, again, we are woo-woo, and this is even because, like Sinjin, hey, I believe in past lives too. However, I don't think Sinjin and Tania have really thought this through. I've read Many Lives, Many Masters, y'all. That's a great book. Fucking read that shit.
Oh, God.
But
Here we go.
I don't think they, because I'm woo-woo, y'all, but I don't think Sinjin and them have read this because, again, it made me think of, when I watched this, I thought, Poodle is so right, and that so many of these people are searching for this magical feeling of what love is. And that's all that they had, that feeling when they met on vacation and I realized watching this, the feeling is fucking gone. And instead of working in real life, they're just trying to find that feeling again.
Yep. Because you're exactly right. Because what they're trying to do is replicate like a love that's bigger than they are or something. Yes. And everyone's trying to find their story. And it's just like we're scripting something for TV instead of sitting down and working at their problems, like talking about things.
Yes.
And like you just said, people want, and I've said before, people want the Notebook. The Notebook ain't real, y'all. The Notebook never happened. That was Nicholas Sparks's idea, and that was his deciding to get rich.
That was very cinematic when you said that because you said the Notebook, and then we heard like a minor. Jesus, y'all. Get, as everybody's saying in the Sissy Squad, hashtag bring Poodle home.
I'm so ready, y'all.
People have thought about organizing welcome parties for you at the airport just to make sure you're okay.
No, I'll hide my face. I'm not, y'all. I don't want to be met at the airport. That's like the worst feeling in the world.
So
I'm gonna be there in my Jackie O wrap and dark glasses
with the face mask on.
Yes, I'm just worried Trump's gonna try to quarantine us.
They might say fuck it.
I know. So let's talk about that. So Sinjin says, "I feel like she's my soulmate." And today is like, I don't don't know.
Maybe.
I don't think so. Okay. This is when you lie.
This is when you lie.
Y'all, if someone says to you, someone confesses to you in the, I don't believe in soulmates. I think you probably do.
I don't.
Really? Okay. Anyway, if someone says to you, first of all, if someone said to me at dinner, I think you're my soulmate, as soon as they said the word soul, it would be like the Roadrunner. Choo! I would be out that door that quick. But if someone said that to me and I was interested in them, I would lie. I would say yes, because that's shit you can talk about later.
Yes.
You can't just tell someone who says, I think you're my soulmate. No, mine was someone else. Sorry about that. You're done.
Even if she said no to my soulmate, the fact that she then said, oh, but I've had one before you.
Right. And he was my first love.
Again, because that's Tania's always wanting to make sure Sinjin realizes that she's like, she doesn't want Sinjin to ever realize that she needs him for any reason. And honestly, I could maybe, if they break up, and God hope they do, years later she could say, he was my soulmate, but she probably would never let him know that because she doesn't want him to have any power.
No. Yeah, and that's the thing. You're right. She's gaslighting him. It's awful. So, and he's like, I need a break.
But yeah, which is good. And he's pissed. And y'all, and then that was the best part of this episode is Tania's just walking outside of that shed like a cat who's pissed himself, just kind of looking around like, just wide-eyed, looking at the camera.
Right. Y'all, if you ever want to completely devastate the person you're in a relationship with, use the Tania method.
This is true.
And that is saying, when they say, honey, you're my soulmate, you know what? Mine was my first boyfriend. Devastation. That is like the equivalent of dropping a Hiroshima bomb on a relationship.
It's true. It's true.
Like, it's like if ruining someone was an art, Tania would be like Picasso.
She would be Picasso. They would like build memorials for that.
She's awful. She's so awful. I hate her.
I don't have much more to say about them. I just have a red flag for anybody out there or just something people might want to process. But y'all, if y'all are in a relationship out there and you're saying someone is your soulmate or you're looking for soulmates, you might want to process that and let go of your expectations of that. I
think someone on the Sissy Squad posted this, and I really enjoyed it. If you have more than so-and-so is my world, he's my world in 4 months, you're not building a life, you're building a solar system. I can't remember who said it, but I laughed really loudly at it.
You did laugh really loud. That was good. All right, I'm done. We can go on to Michael and Angela. Don't try to say Michael. You'll not be able. Boy, this is going to be a long episode.
Oh, God. There were so many.
There were so many. We're getting towards the end. I don't know how many. Maybe cray people know. I don't know how many more episodes of this show there are.
Sorry. I want to say there's like at least. There seems to be like 13 or 14.
Maybe.
And we're on what, 10?
Yeah.
11? Oh, good. My snot's now not green anymore.
Great. I'm glad that was being...
That's an update. Y'all want a health update? That's a health update for you, fuckers.
If it was green, that's not good. So that's good.
It was green.
I have a question for you. Out of everything, because y'all Poodle said he's ready to come home. You're done. Which that's a good thing about travel. It makes you grateful from where you live. If that you come from a good kind of place.
16-hour bus ride yesterday was rough.
What is the one thing that you've missed from the United States more than anything besides Dick?
Dick is up there. If we were doing a Family Feud list, it would be like, survey says Dick. 1. Survey says 2 would be ice. You just don't get ice in European countries or the rest of the world in general.
Really?
Yeah, large drinks. When you order a large, it's tiny. Other things I miss. Being able to eat my own breakfast. I think I've talked about before. Chinese breakfast is different, y'all. It's like Chinese food. And
Sure.
although they do have really good fried eggs and rice to eat them on, so I enjoyed that. But you know what I enjoy and what I miss? I miss my own space because I've had a roommate for. He's not here right now, but like, I miss my own space. I don't know. I miss my life. You missed your life, but oh, I know what I miss. The sun. We've had like 3 days of sun here.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
China's amazing, and I will say something about the Chinese people. They are so fucking helpful,
Well, that's
and
wonderful.
they're so hospitable. They're probably the loveliest people that I've ever met. They have zero personal space, zero. They have no line etiquette at all. They will completely walk in front of you.
Oh, well, they're from a very crowded
But
country.
there's 1.6 billion of them, so I guess you don't give a shit.
I guess you don't.
Yeah, but they're a wonderful people. They're a wonderful people. I love you, China, who the government oppresses them. I mean, I love you, government.
Yeah. We love you, China. Don't come for us. Yo, let's jump into this. First of all, there was Michael and Angela started with that really heavy Nigerian music. It was like na 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 hey hey na na na.
Lady Smith Black Mambazo.
It sounded like hey na 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 no way. That what was that Crystal Light
Is that
commercial
theme from Rain Man?
or something like that? I was like, what the hell? Also, I'm sorry. That first scene, Angela has fucking track marks on her chest are ridiculous.
It looks like crop circles. It's so bad.
Like, you spent the money on Botox. You can get makeup forever has really great body makeup, or you could go to like Kato Plus and get a blouse that covers that up.
Honey, she doesn't give a shit. The only thing she uses is Almay that someone gave her one time. That her friend who was in that pyramid scheme.
That's true. That's true. Y'all, Angela, she's got tax paying rights, y'all. Tax paying rights, and she's going through that embassy, y'all. And not even she's going to walk in.
Y'all, Angela probably paid $3,000 last year in taxes. If
Probably.
that.
I'm going to, yeah, I wish that was us.
Right?
And cut to 15 minutes later, she's out of the embassy and granted,
wouldn't even see her.
She went in the embassy with her fucking track marks showing. So you they're wondering what the fuck drugs is this woman on? So shocker, they wouldn't let her in.
And she did the equivalent of like walking in and saying to Applebee's and saying, I had bad service last time I was here, so you owe me some free riblets.
That was probably the equivalent. True. That's true.
And she's basically said, how you gonna comp me? And the embassy did not do anything.
And which now, I think like the government or Trump is like, they're going to do, I think, a travel ban on Nigeria now too, people were saying.
Why?
This is coming up in the news. I don't know. I've been kind of busy with other life stuff right now, people, so I really haven't been keeping up with the news. I just saw this on Sissy Squad.
Wow.
So this might even get harder for her, and she's going to get... People were saying, oh, fuck, Angela's going to walk up to the White House saying she's got a tax-paying right and get shot.
Well, good luck with that.
But, y'all, she can make the thing that I think is the most laughable part of all this is they tell her she has to make an appointment, and as they walk away, Angela says, I'm going to have to get on that computer and make an appointment. And, y'all, if the internet in China is so bad... If you're in Nigeria, you fucked.
It's dial-up, definitely. and then there's a hamster running a cage powering it.
It's true. Anyway.
So, Michael's mother really thinks that they are both going to get married in Nigeria.
Yes, because she
And
goes.
I think Michael's been probably feeding her this. So
Yes, I think probably too. What? Because they do. She does go to their Michael to his family, which I want to talk about that. But first of all, I want to talk about. You know what? Maybe we don't need to talk about this. Maybe this is more of. Y'all, I think this is time for 90 Days Theater. And
okay.
And you know, I think I was planning on playing Angela, but since you actually have the voice for it, I feel like maybe you should play the role of Angela, and I'm going to play that salesman in the back alley trying to sell microwaves.
Okay. Good idea.
Because
so we're getting Michael's mother a microwave.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote, I assume Angela's paying for it. So yeah, we're
it's customary.
We're in the store. We're in the store it's not Target, y'all.
Define store for everybody. Just find store. What did this look like to you?
It looked like something fell off a truck.
Yes, it looked like it could have possibly been the actual back of a truck that landed on the ground that they were in. That's a good way to put it.
Anyhow, so and scene.
Hello.
How much for this microwave? How much for this? How much for this?
It is 300 Nigerian currency.
Wait, what is that? What is that? That is like not $75. $75. I can get this at Walmart for $50. I ain't paying that.
You are not in America, ma'am. This is what I had to piss in a pot today and bring my own water to my own hut. I need this to feed my family.
Well, I'm sorry, because that's your problem. That's your problem. Because you take me to the Nigerian Walmart. Michael, let's go to the Nigerian Walmart. I'm sure there's one near here.
Please.
There's like 6 around my house.
Please don't leave. I'm hungry. My child, she has a flu right now. I need to buy medicine.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw you this $50 and you're going to pick it up and you're going to thank me for it.
Okay.
And scene.
I mean,
that's how you bargain in Nigeria.
Y'all, again, if that's not white American privilege in action, then I don't know what is.
$50 at Walmart. You know what? The bitch is right.
She is right, though. He was trying to gouge her. You're in Nigeria looking for a microwave. I can't help you.
And y'all, there's no one you need to impress more than your mother-in-law.
No one.
Than your husband's mother.
15K is all I got. Oh, y'all.
So they got to get a tea kettle.
For her
another thing I will miss about China, I will miss the electric tea kettles. You just press that button and it goes, and it heats up the water in like 2 minutes.
You know you can buy an electric tea kettle for home.
But every hotel has one.
Oh, okay.
Because of tea. You know what they have here?
Oh,
they
God.
Sometimes will have Lipton tea in the hotel rooms. What the fuck?
Maybe
I came all the way to China to have Lipton tea.
Maybe they think Americans want it.
No, it's in every room.
I don't know what
I think
to tell
Lipton.
you.
Someone on the squad do some research. Lipton may have bought out China.
Maybe they did. So they go to Michael's family. I mean, not too much. I mean, this whole thing with Angela having to cook and all that, I feel like that was just for show shit.
That was staged. And she was trying.
I think Michael's family, they are all beautiful to me. His sister, my sister-in-law, whatever, she's gorgeous.
I liked it when they said, "So you now, as the youngest wife," and for a minute I went, "Bitch, you need to get your eyes checked."
Yeah, she's not.
Or is she blind? Is she like Helen Keller? Can she feel her face? Can she feel Angela's face? Something needs to happen.
Yeah, because
But she meant as the most newly married wife.
yes, she said needs to be humble and show humility. This is not Angela's
Yeah,
wheelhouse.
that's not going to happen.
That's not. That's like trying to get Poodle Night at top.
I'm like, what is this?
We're just going to look like two wet dolphins sliding all around you out of water. Okay,
That was the worst dolphin I've ever made.
Your dolphin sounds like a cat being raped.
It does.
I do want to say one thing. Y'all, we get to meet Michael's brother, Rashid.
Uh-oh.
Y'all, it's huge.
It is, but he's he's too African for me.
It's like, y'all, he pulls down his pants and he has to hold it with two hands. And your mouth drops and your tongue actually rolls out like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
But I think it's one of those dicks that can't get hard all the way. So why bother?
Oh no, because
all about usefulness to me.
Oh, to me, it gets, you know what? It gets hard enough. It gets hard enough to do the job it needs to do. Y'all, it is girthy, it is long, and it is just filled with semen for this human.
Oh my God, that was so much. I can't just handle it.
I mean, anchors away. Put me in the Navy with this man. Anyway, y'all.
Anchors away.
Don't sing.
I hate you.
Anyway, so everything was going great, y'all, and Angela's just talking about her Botox with the family. She's giving the microwave. And actually, Michael's family is such a class act. I'm like, and we're going to get into this later, but Robert's family could take a fucking lesson when you have dinner. And then Rashid, who again is gorgeous, and I was imagining his glistening cock, said, and you know what? If it doesn't work out, he can start his own family here. And then he kind of smiled and cocked his head. And that's when we heard that little sound from RuPaul's Drag Race say,
yes. Which means cunt alert. Cunt alert.
And y'all, and then Angela says something my father used to say, oh, hell no, his ass is grass. But as my father would say, Matthew, your ass is grass, and I'm the lawnmower.
That's a strange thing to say from your father.
Well, he's just making sure I knew why my ass was grass.
I get it. I get it.
So anyway,
that's all I have about those two.
That's all I have about those two as well. So we're gonna see.
Let me quickly take a pause and take a tea break. I need to get more water.
Okay, y'all, we're gonna pause. All right, y'all, we had to take a little break for Poodle to make some hot tea.
Some more Chinese wellness tea with orange peel.
Oh, great! While Poodle is doing that, I get little alerts, and I'm gonna read, since we released our Patreon episode this week for free. I want to read a comment because y'all, we talked about Larry not eating the food of his girlfriend in the Philippines.
Oh yeah, we'll let you on. Yeah.
And Krista Calvin, I love that name. Krista Calvin said that analysis of Larry was spot on, Queens. He should have eaten the pork. The first 2 times I went to my mother-in-law's house, she made salmon. I hate salmon, but what did I do? I ate the frickin' salmon. Not one person knew I didn't like it. It's what you do.
It's what you do. You stuff yourself. Even if you have to go to the bathroom right after and puke it back up, that's what you do.
Krista Calvin, you're a warrior. You get our weekly sissy salute.
Sissy salute.
We should do that every week now.
Our video is on, and y'all just should have seen how feminine his salute was just then. You kind of took your hand and put it over your head like this.
Oh my Lord of mercy!
Yeah, it was like, oh, I declare.
It's true. It's true.
Let's move on to Emily and Sasha.
Emily and Sasha. Not a lot happened with them, except for someone said this in the squad, and it's on point. Emily has turned into Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter.
That
100%.
hair, it really
The
bothers me.
hair, and also Luna's actually smart, but just seems dumb. But Emily's just stupid.
Emily's just dumb. They're in Portland, and I want to. This is really, really. I noticed this for the first time. I don't think we'd ever seen Emily walk before.
Mm-hmm.
And when she walks, do you guys remember the McDonald's commercials with Ronald McDonald? She walks like kind of Grimace does. The Grimace is kind of like one foot in front of the other, like goof, 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 goof. Like, take a look again. Or maybe Birdie's more appropriate. Like her feet just go whoop, whoop, whoop.
You know
whoop.
what?
Like she had just learned how to walk yesterday.
You're a fat kid that you know all the characters from McDonald's.
Oh, I know them all. Robble, robble. Someone just tried to sneeze, and I'm not going to let him by with it.
I held it because I didn't want the audience to have to hear my bodily functions.
Well,
but that's okay. You're sick.
I'm putting it out there. Anyway,
y'all, where they are, it's. I've actually been in that rose garden. If you're ever in Portland, they have one of the best rose and Japanese gardens in the country. It's beautiful. I highly recommend that city. I love it. So they're walking along here, and I actually thought this was kind of cute. I thought it was cute that Sasha didn't know what ASAP meant, and she was starting to get offended.
But she said ASAP.
Oh, yeah,
and he's
ASAP.
like, what does that mean?
He was like, yeah, sure.
And then the producers used it as like a weird like fake out on one of the things. I didn't love that.
I thought it was cute. We don't see a lot of lovable moments between them. And it made you realize, okay, well, maybe they do somewhat like each other.
Who cares? So then they do go back to South Bend, Indiana. And as I'm sure has been said many times, I'm really sad to be back in South Bend.
It's true. But, you know, a great way to cheer yourself up, and I know a lot of sissy squatters have been posting about this, and they're just ready. Y'all, it's time. It's time to talk about...
Oh, my.
It's time to talk about Greta's wedding wear, y'all.
I'm so glad you guys are here.
Oh.
Welcome to Greta's.
Welcome to Greta's.
Greta's.
I am Greta's.
I am Greta's. This is my place.
This is my place. Oh.
What a beautiful bride you're gonna make. Oh my.
Basically,
Greta
she's the hero of the episode. She's also basically a poor man's Kim Basinger.
I have one better than that. Y'all remember the movie Donnie Darko? She is the crazy old lady from that movie. The professor lady. The one that Jake Jones was trying to find.
But you know...
But Greta wears more lipstick than this woman.
I mean, I imagine they probably...
Bold lip for the day. Bold lip color for the day.
Yeah, Bill, because they shot this in the morning because they wanted to get it in. So this was like 10 in the morning.
Yep.
That's a choice.
Greta, another interesting thing that Greta says is, we always let the bride choose. Oh, my.
Well, I loved it because it was kind of Greta's way, that way of like, back the fuck off, Betsy. It was shade, and it was purposeful shade, and I loved it. I loved Greta.
There's also a trend that I don't really necessarily agree with, and maybe it's a real trend. And Greta's like, these over here are more of like sexy bride dresses. But I remember Annie said the same thing, that she wanted a sexy bride dress. Is that a thing?
You know, we haven't owned bride dresses. Actually, that's not true. Jake and I both do own bride dresses.
But they were given to us and we wore them because we were singing I'm Not Getting Married Today from Company.
I got mine at Goodwill, and yours was given to you by one of our girlfriends who left her husband and said, take this shit.
Yes.
And you fit into it.
And well, I had to be sewn into it partially. And it looks good, y'all. It's sleeveless. It's huge train.
It's a sweetheart cut. I saw her get married in that dress. Anyway, So y'all, this is where I feel like it. I don't know. So let us know if sexy dresses are the thing. But to me, I think it's Greta's mission in life to be a sexy woman at 9:30 in the morning on Wednesday. I feel like that's what Greta's going to find sexy. Some people find the light where the dark is. Some people find the happy where they choose.
Oh.
Greta finds the sexy wherever. Are you looking at Grindr on your phone?
No, I'm texting. My roommate says, "What's the room number?" And I'm texting him.
Oh God, y'all, we got to hurry up. He's coming in.
Um,
Y'all don't even know. His roommate was Lord drunk in the bathroom talking about why am I ugly. Jake almost had to suck his dick. He got a room.
it was fine. We got it all good. It's all good.
Anyway, so Greta, hero of the show, and I love that even Greta says like, this was uncomfortable for me when she was like the tension was a knife.
Was. This was uncomfortable for me. Oh my.
Oh my! These are sisters, and of course Betsy's being a bitch at first, and then this was literally just an episode from Say Yes to the Dress. They've had this before. Sisters fighting. The first dress was horrible. It was horrible. Too much lace. It hated the sleeves. I mean, so I agree with Betsy.
I agree with Betsy. If she's getting married on the beach will eat that train of that dress.
Well, and I honestly didn't even like the second dress. And Jackie Wiseman talked about that none of those dresses were a beach wedding dress appropriate dress.
And Betsy was right.
She was.
A more casual dress would have been better for a beach wedding.
As Greta said, the friction was bad. But
the friction was really palpable.
But they both seemed so sweet. See how that's shady, y'all? See. But anyway, they should let Greta host the tell-all. She would destroy...
Oh, I would love that.
She would destroy Annie in like 3 minutes. Anyway, y'all, but just like every episode of Say Yes to the Dress, they fight, and then as soon as they put on the fucking veil, that's when they all fucking start crying.
All cry.
Oh, it's real now. Oh. I'm like...
But Betsy did get in a really good dig near the end when she says, "Well, you got the right dress. Hopefully you got the right groom." Oh, the shade that drips off of Betsy, I can really appreciate.
And as they walked out the door, Greta said, "Thank you, and we don't have a return policy." You know she did, just at the last minute, just to remind them.
Final.
Every sale's final, thanks.
Love you.
That's really all that happened to them during that, right?
Yeah, there were a lot of short segments this time. They covered almost everybody.
They did. So let's... I'm going to let you choose. Do you want to do Annie and Robert, or do you want to do Michael and Juliana?
Robert and Annie.
You want to do Robert and Annie? You want to do them first? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Our next Lonely Hearts, Robert and Annie. They're with their sister Robin. And they're going to go meet Kenny. But first of all, I want to talk about the woman driving them in that Uber. That's a fucking PA, y'all.
I wrote the same thing. I said, where'd they find this woman? She's associated with production.
I think she was the same. I think she was in the Caesar episode in Mexico. Y'all, she was wearing like this nice fitted blouse, these cute pants. This is not what a Lyft or Uber driver, maybe Lyft. Yeah. This is not what an Uber driver looks like in Winter Park, Florida.
I agree.
Or wherever the fuck they are.
They're in Winter Park, but like she looked a little too bougie.
They're going to look like Robert, or if they're a woman, they're going to have like troll dolls or some type of collectibles in their car. Or
what is that?
Or like a Beanie Baby collection. It's going to happen.
Y'all, the Beanie Babies in Uber, if you drive for Uber, the Beanie Babies in your Uber freak everybody out.
Everyone, please let them go.
You need to know this.
You do.
And you need to stop with it. You're allowed one Beanie Baby in the back, and it can't be in the center. It just needs to be off to the side somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah. Put it on your don't put it on your front thing because it's weird.
I
And stop
agree.
with the air fresheners in the car. Ugh.
Oh, I hate that too. So y'all,
Anyway,
they go in the restaurant, and not that I'm psychic, but y'all know Poodle and I do have certain gifts. As
we
soon
do.
as we saw Robert's brother Kenny, I literally wrote, y'all, Robert's brother Kenny can fuck. And little did I know that that was going to be proven true later.
Seven
Seven.
children. Seven.
Seven children. Kenny's not necessarily hot, y'all. And
And Maria's voice, seven from Sound of Music.
Seven? I think he probably has BDF a little bit, but it doesn't matter because he can fuck.
It doesn't matter because I think he probably has poor choices he probably makes a lot of poor choices in life. Never uses condoms.
Never. He's that guy, y'all, that fucks you for like 45 minutes and you're just laying on the bed, wetter than a broken dam. And he gets up, goes to pee, and then comes back for more. So the thing that I was bothered by was not necessarily, I'm going to defend Annie a little bit, that this is the first time she's meeting Kenny. And Kenny,
I felt sorry for her.
yeah, Kenny was not Southern.
He was
at
a
all.
dick to her.
He was a dick to her. Imagine if you were Robert. So imagine that you're very stupid, and you brought your Annie to meet your mother. What would Mother kind of things would Mother Poodle say?
Well, first of all, Mother Poodle, this would probably be on the night before our wedding. Because I wouldn't want too much happening before that. Mother Poodle would sit there and say things like, well, Annie, what kind of things do you do in the Dominican Republic? And she's like, I cut hair. And she's like, oh, that's nice. Could you cut my hair? Oh, no, I can cut whole lady hair. And then my mother would say, well, that's nice. But she'd give her the benefit of the doubt. And then she would slowly say things like, so what are your, do you have some money saved up from your time in the Dominican Republic? Well, what are your intentions? What are you going to do after you're married? And then when Annie would go to the bathroom, my mother would say, well, she seems real nice. I just don't know if she's, I don't get a good feeling about her. Which means, yeah.
Which means you're not going to get married tomorrow.
Yeah. And, but she would be pleased as punch. My mother would be so kind. And then after it was over, she was like, oh, God, what kind of a freak is that?
So she would destroy her.
Oh, yeah, but she wouldn't tell her. Anyway.
It went as terrible as you can imagine, though, because, Kenny just goes after her. I did feel sorry for Annie. She's like, it went bad. To her talking about them being cheap and him being like, why are you here?
You're cheap too? You're cheap too? Yeah, it did not turn out well. I still think this family needs to look up what the word cheap in the dictionary means. I don't think they actually know what it means.
I don't think they know about dictionaries.
Fair.
I think Robin does, but she's too beat down to look. And I think Robin, honestly, is very much on Annie's side. But I think not necessarily because she probably loves Annie, but because, y'all, Annie's probably the best one out of all the bitches Robert's brought around. And she's just like, Brother Kenny, this is the one.
My Mother Poodle, has a word for these two men in this family. They are trifling. These men are trifling.
They are trifling.
And trifling basically means so set in their ways that they're going to run things. They're going to tell everybody how to do things. And just they're more trifling means that you are more trouble than you are worth.
This is true.
That's what
That's a good word for it. And that is Robert, because Annie says, and Annie is right, where she's like, Robert lies to me, tells me lies all the time. He's like, what lies do I tell you? And she literally, because I forgot about this, she said, you have told me you have 3 kids and you actually have 5. What the fuck? And that's where we find out Kenny has 7.
By how many different women? Like 3 or 4?
You know what? Probably, I bet it's at least 8, because I bet one of those kids came from 2 women. He just did it. He's just so fertile. He knocked them both up and they had to share the fetus.
So imagine if you are God, and imagine one of the babies probably miscarried.
I mean, he's probably got way more people.
He's fathered more than that, probably.
At least a dozen. And
so Kenny doesn't know what a condom is, y'all.
No.
Ever.
Never met a condom he liked. And you know what? Probably, maybe it doesn't fit. I don't know. But
which means he's a selfish dick.
Yes. It means he's a horrible narcissistic person, I bet. Because he's not responsible. Because, I bet you he's not responsible for all his kids. But I don't know. Come at us, Kenny. Just don't come in me. You'll get me pregnant.
Then Kenny says at the end that Annie could have been a streetwalker, which is just too much.
That's just mean. And that's when, you're just trying to make her hurt. Yeah. And, I just felt so sorry for Annie. And she said, when she walked out and was crying, and I was like, damn, that's true. She's like, he talks to me like he doesn't love me. And I was like, no, honey, he doesn't.
Yeah. He's what attracted him to her to him is she looks good and she'd make a good mom to his kid.
And she probably had a magic pussy because she's freaky in bed.
Yeah. Freaky, deaky.
And I have one more thing to say about this, and then I'm done. I don't know if you have anything to add.
No.
There's one thing that shocked me the most of all of this, even more than the 7 kids, even more than Robin defending her, was when Robin was defending her. What shocked me the most, when Robert said Rome wasn't built in a day, and it was actually a correct usage. That's where my mouth dropped.
I also thought this was funny, and I said, your relationship with Robert isn't Rome. It's more like Reno, Nevada. Small, with lots of tacky things, and built on a lot of false hope.
and broke.
Yes.
That is true. That's true.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Wow.
More like Reno wasn't built in 8 months.
Yeah, exactly. I assume Reno was built pretty quickly.
Pretty quickly. Mob, y'all. Don't fuck with the mob. We love China and we love the mob.
We love the mob. I love myself some mobsters.
Oh, don't kill us. Love the mob. Okay, let's move on.
I just got to say one thing about my 16-hour train ride yesterday.
God. Oh, funny. You haven't brought that up yet.
It was long enough that I could watch The Irishman all the way through and not have to start it several times. You're on a long flight when you can watch The Irishman and kind of be riveted and have nothing distract you.
Did you really watch it?
Yes.
Did you like it?
I liked most of it. I like Scorsese movies. It was violent. This is, to me, the best that he's done in years. But I understand why people don't like it. I understand why people say it's boring. If I would have been at home, I probably would never have finished it. But I was on a bus for 16 hours. So what else do you do?
I feel that way. Our friend Lindsay said that about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with some Tarantino movies. Because they're long, it's better to see those in a movie theater where you have to sit through it. Because if you're at home, you'll get distracted.
I agree. I totally agree.
That was Sissy, not me.
You would need to see Irishman in a theater, I think.
All right, there you go.
On the other hand, if you guys haven't seen Marriage Story, you need to watch that.
Y'all,
because that's my favorite movie of the year.
Poodle and Maddie movie reviews. If y'all want us to do movie reviews, let us know. Come at us. We'll be like Siskel and Ebert, but we'll be...
Well, but you have no taste, so... Anyway.
We'll be Siskel and she's a bitch. All right.
Exactly.
Let's move on to
Michael
our
and Juliana.
last Lonely Heart. Michael and Juliana. Y'all, finally we get some Max and Cece in this episode.
Oh.
The winners of this show.
So Michael's having a douchey bachelor party with 3 people. Him and 2 guys from Indiana.
His friend Matt and or his brother Matt and this guy Clay. And y'all, that guy Clay was kind of cute with that beard.
He had really bad Indiana hair, though. He had that weird little tick in the top.
But if he had a baseball cap on backwards, you would want to blow him.
Oh, in a second. We would go to maybe like a Ruby Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And then I'd blow him in the car.
Definitely parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then Matt.
Or maybe a Nymphas.
That sounds good. Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
That was a very boring bachelor party. Like literally, his brother just gave us synopsis.
Mimi's. We would go to Mimi's. Okay, I'm done.
Definitely Mimi's Cafe. Yes. God, they have good bread rolls. Oh, they are so good there. Anyway,
it's funny how I can match what restaurant I would go out to with a guy. It's another talent.
That's his talent. Then we get a little bit of Max and Cece, and I love that Cece is nervous. But again, she's old enough to distinguish and say, I'm nervous, but it's not anything about Juliana and Dad. She's just nervous for the moment. Again, the emotional intelligence.
I wrote that down too.
And these kids, like, she has more emotional intelligence in her eyelashes than Robert does.
I agree. They are the most enlightened children I've ever seen. I also saw Max kind of looking at Juliana in her wedding dress, and he was thinking, gotta save this is my mental spank back for later.
Probably.
Can't wait to jerk off to my stepmother.
To my hot stepmother. Because even he said, too, when Cece said she was nervous, he was like, it fits with our family and others won't understand. Oh, well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, my God, this kid. And then I love it when he just surprises Cece and says, yeah, I'm going to speak. And she's like, you're going to speak about what? And he was like, You'll see. I was like, ooh.
I'm very much looking forward to this wedding.
I need to know Max as an adult. He's either going to be really weird, really gay, or like a really cool straight guy that's really comfortable with gay guys flirting with him.
I think he's going to be weird because kids who are usually that who are that grown up as children are a little weird.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, y'all.
Anyway, so Juliana hasn't talked to her family or texting, but she has, I think, Paula and Cozy.
Cozy? Yeti?
Cozy. It also, and they're being lovely with her. Seems like also that Michael had 2 tuxes. One was the aspirational tux. I actually understand that.
You know what? I actually put this makes me love Michael a little bit because y'all, we all need an aspirational tux. I would do that too. Can you imagine can you imagine, and I don't use this word often, but I feel like it's really going to be appropriate. If you ever get married, you're just going to be a cunt.
Oh, yes.
Like, I mean, you're not...
Connosaurus Rex. I'll walk around with these little Connosaurus Rex arms.
Just skinny and hungry.
Roaring and screaming at people.
I won't
celery for days.
Oh, months. You'll have celery for 10 months and
I'll get my jaw wired shut.
You will.
Because y'all, a wedding is a day. Wedding pictures are forever.
It's true, and when you
can write that down. You do not want to look bad in your wedding pictures.
You don't. And when Michael said I have an aspirational tux, and then I'm wearing the real one actually, and I wrote, I feel seen.
Well done.
I feel seen. Think about how many times have you wanted to wear your skinny pants, and how long did you leave them hanging up in there? And you just
they're
couldn't
still
wear
there.
Them. Yeah, I mean, I say, y'all, I still have those size.
I have one sport coat that I'm never throwing it away.
I've got a pair of like Z Cavaricis from 2002, and I'm like, one day I'm going to wear those again.
Z Cavaricis.
I think I got them at the Buckle.
Oh.
Anyway, y'all.
Everybody loves the Buckle.
So Juliana is crying because I wondered if this was, I don't think it was fake or not, but you know, she said she didn't want to tell her family about the wedding. She didn't want her family to see the house and all this. So I'm like, and I'm sad. I know you're sad you're not there, but also, didn't you want that?
I'm a little concerned about this too. I'm not saying she's being fake at all. But it's a little weird. I think she's just going through emotions like a bride does.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think when her friends started sending all her messages, it was so sweet. She looked gorgeous.
Her
friend Michael can get it. Her friend Michael can get it. Her friend Michael can get it. Ooh, he can get it.
I wanted to bring this up because y'all come at him. If you're in the Sissy, y'all, if you find him in the Sissy Squad and find his Instagram for me, we're going to send you a free fucking mug.
Ooh, he can fucking get it. Oh.
Find that motherfucker and you get a mug. I'll get the 15-ounce one, not even the 12-ounce.
I haven't had sex in 20 days.
Oh, it's true. And you can't pack lube in your luggage because it'll just get everywhere. So you just been dry dicking it for 3 weeks, just like sandpaper.
Oh, God, don't make that note.
Anyway, y'all. I think that's really about it. Then
that's all I had about
they kind of leave it with this cliffhanger, like she's inside crying and saying, I don't know if I can do this, y'all. She's gonna fucking do this.
Fine.
This is fine. They're getting married.
And
don't worry about it.
Claire is there officiating. It's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine, y'all.
Y'all, they have the most success of any of these people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's all I have.
I think it's all I have too.
Really?
Yes. It's only a 3-hour show.
It was only a 3-hour show. Poodle, what letters are we on?
We are on, I believe, P and Q.
Are you sure?
Because we did N and O. We did N and O. Right? Yes, we did N and O.
Okay.
I'm certain.
All right.
Well, you fucked up the other time.
I don't know about that.
I have mine.
You found somebody?
Yeah.
Are you P or Q?
I want to be P.
Okay, great. Then go ahead. I'll be
right.
Q. Y'all, it's time for our Sissy shout-outs. And before we do this, we just want to remind y'all, you can find all our other podcasts at sissythattalk.com. And while Poodle's looking, and don't forget, Sabrina's coming out tomorrow, y'all, on the 24th. Sabrina's launching, so binge that show and binge Bitchcraft, because when Poodle gets back, we're going to recap it all for you.
Oh, Lord.
And this season looks amazing
I'm gonna be,
and gay.
I'm going to be jet-lagged as fuck, so y'all, get ready.
We're not doing Riverdale anymore. We're pretty much done with that, but you can bet there's going to be a lot of secret scenes in Sabrina.
Ooh. Oh, yes. Y'all, Satan is back, and he is crazy and homoerotic.
Satan.
All right. My sissy shout-out goes to Pamela. No, I got it. Pamela Fountain. This is to Pamela Fountain.
You know what? I was looking at P's, and I was going to pick Pamela Mountain as well. I mean, Fountain.
Fountain.
I mean, Fountain.
Fountain,
it's
you
not,
whore.
It's not Mountain at all, I promise.
Pamela Fountain is a mild-mannered mother of 4. She lives on the farm. She loves milking her cows. She loves slopping hogs. But you know what people don't know about her is she's actually a drag king male impersonator for Rod Stewart.
Have I told you lately I'm Rod
That I
Stewart?
love you. You can do that better than me
You
today.
fill my heart with gladness, take away all my sadness, ease my trouble, that's what you do.
But her voice is lower
Oh, okay.
than yours. So she performs as, but she doesn't perform as Rod Stewart. She performs as, she performs as Rod Blewart.
Oh, okay.
And she plays in all the gay clubs. They, for some reason, they love Rod Stewart where she is. I believe she's somewhere in the Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
Anyway, so she does hits, and the weirdest thing that happens is when, at the very end, with the coup de theatre of her show, she takes off her, she reveals that she's a woman and shows her breast like that movie, Just One of the Guys.
Yes, that just like Drew Barrymore.
She's got tits. Anyway, she does that every night, and then everyone's surprised, and everyone screams, and then everyone gets drunk and everyone goes home.
Oh, okay.
That's Pamela Fountain's Sissy Squad. Sissy shout out.
Okay. Y'all.
Sorry, I can't talk anymore.
Well, just listen now, because my sissy shout out, y'all, my sissy shout out is Fenton Bonton.
Okay.
Fenton Bonton or Bonton.
That's not a word.
Well, his last name is, and this is a male, his last name is Bonton.
Okay.
With the B. But Fenton.
But I'm saying Fenton is not a word.
No, it's a drug like fentanyl. Fenton, yeah, it's a real word.
Fentanyl. All right.
If you explain these drugs, y'all, and Fenton, y'all, Fenton is from, he's a Texas kid originally living in California. A lot of people don't know that the reason he moved to California is because he still believes there's gold out there. And he is panning for gold daily. That is what he works at. He works at a 24-hour Starbucks at night. And everybody knows him as the guy always with extra cream at Starbucks. That's where you get your cream from. And then in the morning, he's out there all day panning for gold. And when he pans for gold, he likes to whistle at it and sing kind of old, kind of like Hank Williams Jr. songs, because he thinks that's going to help the gold rise to the surface.
I thought you were like songs like old America things like I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day.
Well,
that song is sad. I
don't think so, because when you say that, Fenton is not white, so that just sounds racist now when you say that. So thanks for ruining this.
Working on the railroad is not a racist song.
Well, I don't know. But lastly, what people really need to know about Fenton is that, y'all, he is building a virtual world. Instead of what's that shooter? Instead Call of Duty, it's called Call of Cheesecake, and it's a role-playing game of the Golden Girls where they're just looking and shooting cheesecake, y'all. And
I love that.
That's the game that a lot of people don't know, and he believes that he believes that's actually going to be the way he gets rich. Y'all, that's Fenton.
And the catchphrase is, picture it, Sicily.
Exactly.
Yep.
Y'all, and that's
all right. That's the show, y'all.
That's our show for today.
I have no voice. I hope everyone is pleased with how much I gave. I can't give anymore.
You know, and we just had I got an alert for a new Patreon member. Y'all, props to Patricia Hill, who just joined our Patreon at the $15 level. Thank you, Patricia. And that
makes up for the one who just switched it from $15 to $5.
That all the time, y'all. Y'all, I can't come for y'all because so many of y'all in January have been like, downsize down, and you know what? I don't blame you. We all got to do what we got to do.
I blame it, but I will say it takes a piece of my soul every day.
I understand it.
They've got to stop sending me notifications. I don't want to know.
You don't want to know, but y'all can join. This is our free podcast, but you can listen to our Patreon episodes where we do back episodes of 90 Day Fiancé, and we do the watch along video where you can watch us watching the video.
We do Buy Curious.
Buy Curious. We don't know what our Buy Curious is for next month yet.
Or February.
And we're gonna have to do that when you come back. So get ready, bitch.
Oh, Jesus.
So y'all come at us. Let us know what you're thinking for Buy Curious. We can do something for you. So you can find, again, we've got Bitchcraft, we've got Dear Maddie, we've got Riverdale, but let's be honest, y'all, I don't think we're going to do any more Riverdale. So, because that show's horrible. So, and we got Sweet Tea.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's so bad.
We got Sweet Tea or Southern Charm podcast. And Poodle, where can they find merch if they want merch?
You can go to sissythattalk.com.
Great, yeah, and you just click on the little merch tab and you get that. And last but not least, I could do some cameo. I just did some cameos naked the other day because I was about to get in the shower.
Ooh.
And when I realized I had to go do a cameo, so I covered myself up with a blanket and did it.
Gross! No one wants that.
They didn't see me naked. I sacrificed. Y'all can come at us on Cameo. I'm at DMatMar and Jake's at Jake It or Fake It. And I think that's it, Poodle. Anything else for you to say? Except for, y'all, we call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts out there looking for love?
Yes. And if you decide to get a 90 Day Fiancé, call us.